So when Dr. Lazzerini initially saw Ms. Hayhurst in February 2013, did he prescribe any opioids to her initially?
No.
Okay. Explain to the jury, when did that take place? Eventually he did.
Right. Let's see. March 19th, she comes in, she complains of pain in her legs and her feet. And she also had headaches, and that was a clear case. She did have a migraine at that time. And so he prescribed naproxen, a lead. Okay, you know, naproxen is a lead.
So let me interrupt you. So naproxen is not a controlled medication?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it can be depending on the dose. You know, there are over-the-counter doses that are approved by the FDA, and then there are drugs in that family that are administered at a higher dose that would need a prescription. And I think it's also important to note that the numerous times she visited emergency rooms or was admitted to the hospital, that nobody ever said, you know, you need to stop taking these medications, that they sent her home on her current medication list.
Now again, based on your review of the records, in particular in the summer of 2014 before she passed away, she was seeing other medical professionals other than Dr. Lazzerini.
Yes, cardiology, neurology, endocrinology at least.
Presumably those professionals would have been reviewing medication she was on?
The very first thing you do when you see a patient, you know, find out what the history of your present illness is, and then they ask what medications are on.
Now, it looks like in August, early August, about a week before death, Ms. Hayhurst saw Dr. Lazzerini and was actually dismissed from his practice.
Correct.
Okay, well, could you ascertain as to why that occurred?
Well, he had prescribed her opioids for pain, and also benzodiazepines for her anxiety. They did a urine screen. The urine screen came back negative for opioids. And so he felt that she might be redirecting the opioids that she was getting from the pharmacy.
Dr. Carvey, do you have an opinion within a reasonable degree of pharmacological certainty as to whether the drugs contained in Jaimie Hayhurst's system at the time of her death were in a lethal range?
Yes.
What is that opinion?
The opinion is that none of the drugs that would have produced a potentially fatal respiratory depression or combined to produce a fatal respiratory depression were in a range that would produce that effect.
So you're not a licensed medical doctor, correct?
Correct.
So you're not licensed in the state of Ohio, right?
Correct.
You stated that you are a pharmacologist.
Correct.
So that, but you didn't state you're a forensic toxicologist, correct?
Correct.
Or a toxicologist at all.
Correct.
And you completely denied that her death could have been caused by those multiple drug interactions.
Well, you know, so the issue is that she was on these drugs for, you know, from what we can tell from the records, for, you know, up to 7 or 8 months, where she was on the combination of these drugs. And the very, very latter part, before she died, she had, you know, the warfarin. There was a whole bunch of other drugs that were added in, but in terms of your line of questioning, where you're talking about the drugs that produce sedation and respiratory arrest and so forth. So then the question then becomes is that if she was on these drugs for all, you know, for 8 or 9 months, why did she all of a sudden fall prey to their effects when they were all in the therapeutic range?
When she was in the hospital in the end of June 2014, where she OD'd. Isn't that right?
She responded positively to Narcan. It doesn't necessarily mean that she OD'd.
Okay.
Okay?
Patient who also had opiate overdose, according to the ER doctor.
That's what they
And you talked about the therapeutic ranges.
correct?
Those therapeutic ranges, I'm correct in stating that they don't take into account the combinations of other drugs when they're creating that therapeutic range. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. The last time we know that she was on opiates for sure was when she overdosed, correct? We don't have anything else in between testing her.
That's correct.
So she could have been off since June 26th.
Could have been, yes.
We don't know.
Correct.
So we can't really say that she had a tolerance, isn't that right?
That is correct.
So even though all through your report, you did a lot of discussion about tolerance, we don't know.
Well, that's correct.
But we do know that when she went into that last office visit, she wasn't on
That is right.
for at least two days.
That's correct. So, yes, that is a possibility. Had she been off of those drugs for a couple of months and then all of a sudden started on them, you know, and she would have had to have started on them that day, then, yeah.
I'm
But-
sorry, earlier-
But
Sir?
the medications were in the therapeutic range.
But your whole report based on tolerance. and
Well,
she
the
was-
whole report is not based on tolerance, it's, you know, that is a component of it. I think that misrepresenting the report, when you say that the whole report is based on tolerance, that is a consideration, yes.
And how much did you charge?
$4.50 now.
And was there an additional charge for testifying here today?
Yes,
What's that?
$3,500 and expenses.
Do you know what the total is that you received? Sorry, I don't do math.
It's somewhere gonna be around 11,000, 12,000 all day.
She was dismissed from his practice for not using her oxycodone and her fentanyl, is that right?
Technically, yes.
And that's what he said, right?
Yes.
So, we don't have any good data on her tolerance.
Correct.
In fact, the only thing we can say is the last time she used was June 26th.
Correct. But the lowest reported dose was 3 nanograms per ml.
And that lowest reported dose,
Is higher than the dose that she was on at the
too
time.
many opioids in your system can cause respiratory distress, right?
Correct.
So can a pulmonary embolism, right?
Correct.
So we look at that incident in June of 14, we don't know if it was opioids or pulmonary embolism that caused her issues.
That's correct.